Good morning, everyone. This is Ryan Hayes with Engage121. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this week's product update webinar. Go ahead and get started here. As usual, I'm joined by Jenny McDonald, our Director of Engagement here at Engage121. And today we're going to be talking about a new update to Planner for projects. An update for our cases functionality for exporting cases, and a little bit of an explanation about a bug that is going on with Facebook right now, and how you can work around it while they work to fix that issue. Again, as you probably know, our phone lines will be muted for the extent of this call. So if you do have questions, please use the questions functionality in the GoToWebinar software, and Jenny will be monitoring those so she can answer as I walk through today's presentation. So, starting with Planner projects, I'm going to switch over to Engage121, and the first thing you may notice is that we have changed the look of Planner just a little bit. We've switched it to have a default view of calendar with the task list below. So all of that's the standard view now. If you need to switch back and you want to see a list view, you can click on the list view box up top, and that will change your list to your Planner view to the list view that you may be familiar with. You'll also notice that we have moved the export button up into the gray bar here and removed the events button and put in a manage button. So Manage has got a lot of different components all in one place now. So if I click on Manage, you'll see that all of the events functionality that we had under the Events button is now here on a tab called Events. So we have the custom event for adding your own events. All of this remains the same. And then we have the search functionality for searching the AP Planner database of anniversaries and awareness days and important dates, as well as social web events and Facebook events. Now, this is all functionality that was in here before that you've had access to for at least a couple of weeks now. That all remains the same. We just moved it a little bit to reside in the Manage section. You will also note that when you had an expanded view of Planner, you had an option where you could change the coverage to change what you were viewing on your Planner, if you were viewing just corporate events and corporate tasks, or if you were also viewing outlet events, their outlet calendars. So that filter still exists, but again, we've put it into the Manage button, into the Manage pop-up, and added in ability to filter by projects. Now, projects is a significant change for us, significant addition of functionality. And what a project essentially is a collection of tasks. So I can have a variety of projects. I can view all of my projects and see all the different tasks that are on those projects, what the current status is of those tasks. Now, if I want to create a new project, I click on Add New Project, I give it a name, some notes, information about it, and then save it. I'm not going to actually do that right now because I don't want to keep cluttering up with more and more events, so I'm going to go ahead and choose one of my existing projects to add a new task to it. So you can see all of my current tasks listed here on the campaign, on the project. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new task. So we'll do something to assign to our marketing department for assets needed. So in this particular campaign, the way we have it laid out, we've had the campaign start date, we have finalizing our outreach plan, as well as final approval of the outreach plan. These are just some examples of things that you might have in a project that you want to monitor and engage one-to-one. So I've given the task a name, the text for it. I've added a due date for it, and now I'm going to choose who I want to assign it to. So I can choose to assign it to my marketing team, and I'm going to assign it to myself as well, as both of us will be able to complete that task. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and we'll see that that's been added to the list of tasks on my project. At any point, if I want to change one of these, if I want to edit it, I can click on the pencil icon, and I can edit the status of it or add a note to it about what is going on. So anyone else who has this task assigned to them or that created the task will always be able to come in and take a look at those campaigns, see what the statuses are for all of the tasks on the campaigns, and review what notes have been added to it, what the process is. Now that I've created projects and I have tasks assigned to them, I can use the filters to change how I want to view my calendar. So I only want to see my coffee on the go campaign displayed in my projects, in my calendar. So I'm going to select that project, I'm going to hit filter, and when I get back to my calendar view here, I'm only seeing the tasks that are related to that particular project. So if I'd like to change that, I can go back at any time here and choose how I want to filter my calendar. So I can see everything that's assigned to me, everything that I have assigned to other people that are part of my projects, and check on what the status of those events is. So that's the new calendar view. At any point, you can switch back and forth between the different views and create new projects that will reside with you throughout the application, as Planner normally does. And we'd love to hear how you plan to use projects, how it will work for you, how it can benefit you, and if there are ways that we can make it more effective and more efficient for you. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is exporting cases. So this actually just launched last night, so we're going to take a look together at how that functionality works. So now when we go over to Explore and we bring up our case list, you'll see that we have an export button for the cases. We've had the cases functionality in there for quite some time now, and as our clients are using it, obviously the need to be able to get relevant data out of it for meetings and so on has come up, and so we've added the export functionality in here so that clients can begin using this immediately. So now when I click on export, you're going to see a pop-up window that's very similar to the filter window for filtering your view of cases. So I can choose if I want to see all cases or just my cases. If I want to see only the open cases or only the closed cases. If I want to see only cases that have a particular tag assigned to them, or things that are only assigned to particular people on my account. So I'm going to go ahead and export all of my closed cases. I'll click Submit. We'll prepare the file, and my browser will pop up asking me to download the file. I'll hit Save, and then we'll open this up in Excel here. So you can see in the export that the first row has the case ID, or the first column, I'm sorry, has the case ID, and then the first row for each case has details about the case itself, like whether it came from Explore or Listen, what the account name is, the time it was open, what the subject is, the company, the contact, priority, the status, who it's assigned to, any tasks connected to it, any notes that are connected to that task as well. Then the subsequent rows for each case, so you'll see that the case number stays the same. So the first row for each case is going to display any history, any activity that occurred on that case, along with the date that it happened. So if I have something that has a case that has a lot of activity on it, for example, I can take this and follow the conversation. when it first the first post was, when the second post was, and follow that through the entire case history. So very easy to put together a report that I might want to bring into a meeting so we can look at all the things that are being said about us and how we're responding to those. So we can just strategize on how we can do a better job of that, or review the success of what we're doing right now. So again, that was launched last night. It is available for everyone. So anytime you are in the case view, you will see that export button, and you can, again, filter that just like filtering your case view. So clicking on the gears icon, I can filter my case view, so you can get a pretty good idea of which cases will be exported if you apply your filters here. You can see your case list updated and see which things would be exported in your case export. Oops. So the last thing that I'd like to go over today is a bug that is currently going on with Facebook regarding the voice setting for pages. So I'm going to switch over to Facebook now. And a couple of weeks ago, Facebook launched a voice setting for pages. So you may notice when you log into Facebook and go look at one of your pages that you're an admin on, that at the top of the screen you see this message about your posting, commenting, and liking as the page name. And then it gives you an option to change to your profile. You'll see that they've highlighted it with the voice bar at the top here. And what this means is that when I go down and look at one of my posts, if I'm creating a post here, if I'm commenting, if I'm liking one of my posts, I'm doing it as my page right now. I'm doing it as Java121. So you can see when I clicked like, I liked it as Java121. Now, the other option here is I can change the voice to be Ryan Hayes instead of Java121. So now if I scroll down, I see the post. I see that 3 people like it. I can look at who those people are. I see that I have there are a couple contacts, and then we have Java121 that likes the post. Now, I have the option of liking the post, so I can like it as myself. So I see that myself and 3 others like this post. It can be very beneficial if you would like to have your page admins be able to respond as themselves instead of responding as the page. However, when they did this, when Facebook did this, they created a bug, and it only applies to photo posts. So if you're having any trouble posting to your page, posting photos to your page, your regular status updates are likely going through fine. Your rich link posts are likely going through fine, but only when in the case that you're posting a photo to your page. Those may fail, and that is due to this setting. So if you have your voice set as posting as yourself, as your profile, you need to make sure that you change that to posting as the page. That resolves, that's a workaround for the issue for the time being. Facebook has confirmed that this is a bug. They've assigned it as a high priority. They're working to fix it as quickly as possible. And as soon as we have as soon as Facebook has finished updating that, we'll alert you to let you all know that that is no longer the case. For the time being, if you want to check and see if there's been any new notes on it, we have added it into the alerts section on Planner, where you can see the status of that message. Again, we're continuing to monitor Facebook's status of this bug, and as soon as they resolve it, it will immediately be resolved in Engage. There's nothing for us to do, unfortunately, at this point. We're just waiting on them to fix it. But it can be a frustrating one, so I wanted to make sure that you all knew how it was happening and what you could do to work around it if you were running into it. So at any rate, that's the last thing I'd like to cover this on this Friday webinar. If you do have any questions or comments or suggestions about things that you'd like to see us cover in future webinars, and especially feedback about the projects or exporting cases functionality, we would love to hear it. We'd love to hear how you can see projects working for you, and anything that we can do as far as case studies on how you're using it to manage your social media outreach, your social media campaigns. Please do let us know. And as always, you can find us on Twitter at Engage121. You can find us on Facebook, the Engage121 Facebook page, and you can always reach out to Jenny as well. We love to hear from you and hear what you think about these sessions and what we can do to make them better. So please do let us know. At any rate, thank you all for joining us again for this week's webinar, and we'll see you next Friday.